Hey everyone, Justin Lethby here. This year I get rather, the incredible honor of stepping in the role as president for my local association. And as I take on this new challenge, it's giving me a chance to reflect into what it means to be a leader, especially in our fast paced, ever changing industry. So, whether you're leading as a team, managing your own business, or guiding clients through the biggest decision in our lives, leadership isn't just a title, it's our responsibility. John Maxwell literally tells us that leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. And over the next few minutes, I do want to kind of go over, well, essentially some of my reflecting points, some of my things that I think that are going to happen to be a leader. I've been in various leadership roles throughout my life, but recently in real estate, I've taken various ones on. But I said, as a new endeavor I'm taking, it's given me really a strong pause and going, how can I help the association? How can I help our other leaders in our association? What does that mean to be that person? And with that, I'm going to give you some things that I have been thinking about that hopefully will help you if you're listening to this now or later down the road, that will help you take some of those similar actions in place. So let's dive in, explore some of the points that we can lead, hopefully with purpose, vision, and a commitment to excellence in this coming year. So with that, first and foremost, we need to talk about vision. And I'm going to tell you a quick story because I think it's incredibly funny to me how this works out. I stepped onto the board 5-6 years ago, whatever it was. Now the pandemic has totally messed up my thought process of time, but I stepped in and I'm watching all these previous presidents come in with these big themes, these big messages. And I'm going, man, I got nothing. I don't have this. I want to help. I want to serve, but I don't have this vision, right? Yet, anyways. And so I talked to my association leader and I went to him and said, hey, I don't have any of this. I said, I got nothing. And he just kind of laughed at me and said, don't worry about it. Now, two things could have been for that, really. One, he could have been like, I've seen this before. You're going to get something. I'm not worried about it, but I'm not going to try to sway you one way or the other. Or two, really, it might have been just simply as much, not everything has to be a big thing, right? It could just be simple processes. And that's something for us to decide. But what I will tell you is what I have seen and what I have watched throughout the state, throughout the country, the people that had some of the biggest changes are the ones that have a clear vision inside what they do. And that roadmap helps the year go forward. So for that, in a couple of days, I will be saying what our vision is and what we're doing, the theme behind our year, and we'll be moving forward with that. But with that, it's hopefully going to help us accept the challenges because we have a lot of them going on right now. We've got literally business changes that are going on. We've got economic changes that are happening, policy. We have a lot of stuff going on. And without that vision, we could very much get lost in the rafters, so to speak. So just something to be aware of for that. So how do you set up a true vision? I'm just going to give you a couple quick steps for each one of these things we talk about. One, I want you to make sure you set up clear goals, outline specific, measurable. I'm not so much worried about measurable on this, but time length. You got a year to get it done for most of us. Some of us, you might have a little bit longer. And make sure that it affects your strategic plan for your association or your business or whatever. But everybody, personally, professionally, from a business, team, association, we all should have some sort of strategic plan and make sure those goals align with that in that perspective. This is going to help you transform your vision into an actionable item. Next, you need to reflect regularly. One of my favorite books in the world is The 12-Week Year. It wants you to reflect quarterly. I think it's a great idea. We should come back and look where we stand, how we're doing things, and how we're moving forward with this and moving on. It doesn't mean that you're wrong. It doesn't mean that's in place, but it should help you navigate the tides to moving forward. Next, we have to be adaptable. Well, again, as I hinted at just a few minutes ago, Adaptability is key for us because, well, really, real estate's changed. I've been a realtor since 2006. We have gone through almost three, maybe even four big changes in real estate over the last, well, almost 20 years. And we have to be able to focus. Market trends change. Technology changes our business. Again, policy changes. Business acumens change. Things will happen out there, and we've got to be flexible in there to make sure we are staying true. And getting your group around you to be equally as flexible can be challenging because we all hate change. None of us wants to change. So being mobile, being agile, is something that's definitely key for us in our industry. How do we do that? Well, I think one of the best ways to stay informed, read the right articles. And if you don't want to read, like I'm a YouTuber, I'll watch YouTube people, I'll listen to podcasts, but make sure you're getting regular updates so you understand what your market is doing, what your area is doing, what industry changes are happening. So you can do that also by attending webinars. We've just had some recently that have come through. They're really good. And stay to influencers. I've got several real estate folks that do similar things to what I'm doing for you all here that are out there talking all day long. You got some of my favorites, Marky Lemons, Carrie Little, Craig Grant, I think are all great folks. You've got Jeremiah J-Man Monero, I think does a fabulous job. All these folks do great stuff to keep us informed what's going on in our markets, technology changes, things like that. And don't be afraid to embrace the flexibility. Try new things. Now, don't try things to fix your problems per se, right? It's too easy just to jump and change ship on everything that happens, thinking it's going to be the cure-all. But if you know you have weaknesses and this tool can do it, don't be afraid to do it. In my own personal office here, the office I'm in with right now, we are looking at new technologies, but we are taking a critical eye to them, seeing how they can affect the business and moving forward. But we are being open-minded and flexible with this, but hopefully is efficient as well. My next is probably my favorite thing in the world. Actually, one of my two favorites, collaboration. Collaboration is the cornerstone to effective leadership. One of the things that we have to do in our markets is know people to talk to, work with others. My goal is to be working with all our associations around us, local, state, even national, is to build those relationships and provide that networking. I've been doing this for the last umpteen years, going to events, going to networking groups, and making sure that relationship is strong amongst all groups. So I can call them, they can call me, we can work together. It's not always easy, but it can be done. So make sure you step up and engage in those networking at your local events, at your state events. Be there, be present, and make a goal to try to meet one extra person that's out there. If that doesn't work for you, create your own mastermind groups, right? I think we've got in our state, I think we've got like 18, maybe 19 associations total. I might be off, probably bigger. I'm probably wrong. But either way, I have a great opportunity to build a mastermind opportunity with all these folks and get there and have conversations with them and see what we're doing and talk to them and share ideas, discuss challenges, and even just really show support for one another, right? This could help you in the end make a very strong year in your leadership tenure. Now, probably my real first favorite, I said two, collaboration is one of them, but you can't collaborate if you don't have communication. Communication is everything. One of my favorite books by John Maxwell is Everyone Communicates, Few Connect. Is a great book to make sure when we're talking, we understand how to communicate effectively. And in real estate, more than ever, it's pretty much everything, right? We need to make sure that we are effectively communicating our concerns, our goals, our vision. We're leading our groups in that way. And again, if you're working just with clients, again, this can be for everybody, folks. You're leading your clients to that end role. So always make sure you are doing that. I think some of the keys to being very good in communication is being very clear and very transparent about what you're doing in this role. So how do we do this? We start having consistent interactions, have check-ins on a regular basis with your clients, with your colleagues, with your groups to make sure you know what's going on. Now, it doesn't always have to be a phone call. I like that. It doesn't have to be a text message. I like those. It could be a podcast. It could be a newsletter. It could be just a quick little video blast, right? To let them know what's going on. I do like the video. It gives it's been really successful for myself to just give a quick update saying, hey, here's what's going on. Blah, 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 right? It's really good. And then work on developing those communication skills, right? Take some training, go to local workshops, attend online courses, or simply just go practice them with people. Go out there and try different strategies. You've got Toastmasters, which is always good. It's more about presentation, but those will help you be efficient in your conversation. I do similar things for a lot of folks, but get in there and develop those communication skills. And then last but not least, be focused on growth, whether it's your personal growth, your professional growth, the group growth, whatever it may be. Make sure you are finding new ways to be learning, right? Again, John Maxwell, I'm part of his program. He's a mentor of mine. I read all his books. One of the things that stuck out to me very early in life is, you can always be goal focused, but growth focused is going to get you further. That's because you're always trying to find the next thing that you're trying to build, the next tool set that you're trying to add to your business, right? Being growth focused is going to help you take those steps out there. Assuming we know everything that we already know, we don't need to change, is going to be challenging for us. It's going to put us in a stagnant state. So let's make sure we focus on that growth every year. So look for new classes to take. Look for webinars you can listen to. Go attend conferences. They're always full of education. Again, for my local, we have a bunch of those. For the state and national, there's always opportunities to go to events and learn from industry professionals and make sure you're taking your business, your skills to the next level. And then set your personal learning goals. I usually have one simple goal every year. I try to master one new skill every year. I do it for the purpose that hopefully I can teach it to everyone else, but I got to perfect it first before I can teach it. So you can do it. Now, it's not necessarily that you have to go take a class. You can go read, you can go watch YouTube, listen to a podcast, but make sure you are taking that in there. I will say, journaling is key to some of those things if you're going to do it on a self-paced strategy. Make sure you have some sort of thing and set that reflection up about how this works for you in your industry, in your business. So leadership is not just about holding a title. One of my favorite books is John Maxwell's Developing the Leader Within 2.0. There's about 5 levels of leadership. Title is at the very lowest, so it's definitely not about that. It is about taking the responsibility and guiding others, continuously pushing yourself to be better. Whether you're leading a team, guiding clients, or steering your own career, hopefully these 5 points, vision, adaptability, collaboration, communication, and continuous growth, are areas that we can help you grow in that will take and make the difference for you. Let's lead with purpose. Let's embrace the change, work together, communicate effectively, and never stop growing. Because when we lead, we don't just change our business, we change lives. Thanks for watching, folks. I do hope this was helpful for you. If you do like this, like the button, share it with your network, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights on how to thrive in real estate. Until next time, keep leading forward.